Hey y'all, this is Ashley with Trendy Tree and Kasy with, how do you say your business name?
KasyLee.co.
KasyLee.co. Okay, I thought that was right, but I just want to make sure. So we're on a day early. I know, kind of probably threw y'all off a little bit. We usually do our workshop on Wednesdays, but Kasy's kind of like me, and she has a house full of kids, and they are out of the house tonight. So she's gonna go ahead and do this grapevine kit. It is sold out already. I'm so sorry if you didn't get one. We do have some of the products we have some extras of, but I do have some other options for y'all if you want to look at that. I'm going to hop over to Facebook really quick and share in community that we're live. So y'all bear with me for just a second while I do that. Y'all know I look real awkward. Also, just a heads up, I'm outside. So if you hear a vehicle drive by, there's my voice.
And at my house, you might hear knocking because the
Or
neighbor kid.
four-wheelers or trucks or whatever's happening. I'm outside because it's easier for me that way to concentrate because I also have a house full of children. Um, give me 2 seconds. I want to send this link out to our community friends. Hold on. I don't know if I've told y'all yet. Not Kasy, Carrie and David are in Orlando this week at their mastermind. So I'm hoping maybe Carrie can hop on in a minute when she sees that we're live. Hold on just a second. If I try to talk to y'all and send the link at the same time, then I will type what I'm saying and not what I'm trying to
I
see.
feel like I should do a dance or something.
Y'all give me 2 more seconds. I promise I'm about to get there. Okay. There we go. I'm back. So Kasy is going to make this cute grapevine wreath. I'm super excited about it. I love this one. It's got some great colors in it. Orange was apparently a popular color for us this summer because we have sold out of almost everything orange. When she texted me today, she was like, hey, the kit's showing 0 in inventory. You're going to add them later. And I was like, well, I think it's sold out already.
Yes.
So I actually had to go a different route with pulling some subs. I have a few orange things, but I kind of went the yellow route because the pick that I planned the whole thing around. Y'all just bear with me for a second. Let me find it. So this is kind of what I planned it around. It's this peach blossom.
Oh, yeah.
Which has this beautiful bright orange flower on it. And then it also has the pink. It's kind of that color that a lot of companies call beauty. I don't know why they call it beauty, but they do. So I kind of planned it around those colors, but surprise, surprise, beauty and orange were really popular this summer. So if you've got the kit, it has that in it, and it has the pink and orange. If you didn't get the kit and you want some of these sub pieces, which are great, then you're going to kind of go in the direction of some different shades of pink and yellow. I've got some different ribbon options, and I'm actually planning on doing a comment sold with these tomorrow. But just as I have time tonight, as Kasy's kind of working and I'm filling in, then I'll show those things. Hey, have you already made the wreath with this kit? If you have and you have a picture of it, absolutely post that picture. We would love to see it. I love to see other people's designs with our products. So I'm going to make Kasy big for a few minutes and let her kind of talk about what she's doing and let her get started. And I will hop back on and show stuff just as she's working.
All right. So this is the ribbon that she sent me. There are 2 different types. If you follow me, you know I don't use ribbon as often anymore, so it's really fun. I actually do enjoy when I get something a little different. So I wanted to show you guys something. I made this one, but before that I had made this one as well, and I felt like the bow was a little too big for the supply that I'm going to be using. So I prepped beforehand. I cut this all up to make it nice and clean. And I usually just start by adding some greenery. Today, I think I've just been like staring at this today, thinking like, what am I going to be doing? And I think I'm gonna have this style here. So I'm gonna have some greenery down on the bottom and the top, and I may possibly add a sign. So I'm gonna get started. I've already prepped by cutting the greenery and the flowers and everything. So you're not gonna be able to see, but I do have a glue pot there. So every stem is gonna be put into the glue pot and into the grapevine. If there is ever a grapevine that is not not tight like this one, I will wire it as well as glue it. But this one's nice and tight, so I think it's going to work really well. So I'm just going to start by adding my greenery. It's going to be it's so interesting because I've been without anyone in my home for the last 2 hours. And we were just talking about, because we have kids. It feels like we always have about 10 kids or more at our house because of all the friends.
Yes,
and,
all the time.
Yes. And my kids have been out on summer break for almost, I want to say 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks now. So it's been a lot of kids at our house. We are very blessed that we're able to be that house where they feel comfortable coming. But there are days that I'm like, I love you guys. We got to go home. You can't eat all my snacks.
We I love that we're that home.
Yeah.
Love that we're that home that
Absolutely.
all the kids are at, and they all call me mom, and they're in and out. Nobody knocks, and they go to the kitchen and get whatever they want, and that's great. But then sometimes I'm like, bye.
I don't know about the kitchen part. I'm like, okay, I'll share some food, but food's expensive nowadays with how much they snack when they're home. So
and then all these teenage boys.
Oh my gosh.
And they've been, I don't know about y'all's area schools, but here we have summer workouts for everything. Well, my kids run cross country, they run track, they play basketball, they play baseball, they play volleyball, they play all the sports. So all these boys are coming in from whatever practice they've been at. They drink all my water. They eat all my food. I mean, I talked to my husband earlier today. I was like, what are you doing? He said, I'm in Dollar General. What are you doing in Dollar General? He was like, well, we don't have any cereal. We don't have any milk. We don't have any Pop-Tarts. We don't have any canned food. We don't have any sandwich stuff. He's like, we don't have anything for the kids to eat during the day.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
They eat it all.
They can eat it all. We can shop on the weekend, and by Wednesday, it's just gone.
Yeah. I get it. Do you have this one available, this greenery that I'm using?
Give me just 2 seconds. Let me pull my phone up and see. I believe I have both of the greeneries available. I took a picture of them.
Okay. I really love this one. I like that the stem is hard and not bendy. I like
that. Is that the lighter one or the darker one?
This one's the darker one.
Okay. I believe that's going to be the button leaf. 13489GN, and I do have that one available. Give me 2 seconds and I will pull the website up and I will post the links to the individual products.
I'm always looking for greenery all the time, and this one's like I just really like it a lot.
Good greenery can sometimes be tricky to find. My daughter has 3 boys under 10 and a pantry full of goodies. Every time we come to the house, she's good to all of them, and they just make a tree house in the backyard.
Now I'm going to start using the lighter boxwood.
Okay.
And kind of incorporate it into the wreath.
I love a good boxwood too.
This one's a good texture too. I like light boxwood.
I picked those two. I always like when I'm picking a kit to pick a lighter greenery and a darker greenery.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it gives it just a little bit of dimension.
Yep, for sure.
Tammy says, keep them at home. It helps in the teen years. You know where your kids are that way. That is a fact,
It
Tammy.
is a fact for sure. I think I'm going to add the sign now, just that way.
I love that welcome sign.
I have a friend that makes my signs for me. I used to make them, and I got too busy, and it's just more work. And so I asked her if she'd make them. Ooh.
We make metal signs at the shop. I design those, but it's kind of like I would love to be able to sit and put together kits and design signs all day, but that's just not the reality.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
needs to be done. So those are my two most favorite things.
Sorry, I'm turning it up so I can hear you better. If you do have a wood sign, this is how I do it. I use pipe cleaner or some kind of wire and a staple gun. And I just staple each side. And let me tell you, that is loud, loud.
They are loud. I was looking to see if we might have just a plain welcome sign. I don't have one that really goes with this, but I do have several welcome signs.
I mean, this can be. Should I do it without?
No. I
mean,
love that I send you all the stuff and you make it your own.
Anyone that purchases this can remove the sign too, and then like add it to another wreath. So
Carol says she just discovered she loves potato vine. I have never heard of potato vine.
me either. Potato vine, like as that's the base, the frame.
I don't know. Tell us more about potato vine. We're intrigued.
Potato vine, I know, is like a greenery, right? Or is she talking about like the base?
I look here. I have worked at Trendy Tree for 3 years, and I have had to learn flowers and greeneries. Before then, if you had told me you were going to do something with a boxwood something, I would have assumed it was some kind of cardboard box. I am learning the flowers as I go.
Me too. I'm still like, some people will be like, that's a, so and so flower, right? I'm like, let me look that up.
I love it when somebody's using one. I'm like, ooh, I know what that is.
You're learning.
It's just one big long vine with 6 or 7 vines just hanging on one stem.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I do know what a potato vine is in. I've had them in my planter boxes before.
Do potatoes grow on potato vines?
It depends. I think there's like floral ones that are just a potato vine. And it's because it's the greenery that hangs down that you would put. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I do know what it is.
Patricia says hi from Georgia. Hey, Patricia.
Patricia. I am from Idaho, by the way.
You're from where?
Idaho.
Idaho.
I live.
You should know about potatoes then.
Oh, yeah. We grew them. I actually grew up in Eastern Oregon, which is just like 20 minutes away from where I live now. But we used to grow potatoes. So I lived on a farm. I know potatoes.
I can't grow anything.
Oh my gosh.
I don't grow the thing. I work at a place where we sell beautiful artificial
things.
So
I don't know if you saw, but I've been asked to do hanging baskets lately, and I love it because I'm like, they don't die. You don't have to water them.
You don't.
No, and it works. I mean, you have to.
I mean, I'm sitting at a spot where I can see my front porch, and I do have one spider mom or something hanging up there that somebody gave me that will be dead in a couple of weeks. It'll be fine. But like my
That's all.
planters that are on my wall and my pots that are sitting around,
Yeah.
they're all artificial. And
Yep.
I buy the artificial that I can literally just spray it off with the water hose.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'm gonna start adding some flowers to this. This one's gonna be a pretty quick one just because I did prep everything and kind of had an idea. Last time I did it on that bead wreath, and that just takes a little longer. And not only that, but I think there was more supply, so just
There probably was. This one I kind of kept simple.
yes. For some reason, I have a hard time keeping my wreath simple sometimes. So
You
I
just
know,
posted one the other day that had some hangy stuff on it.
yes.
Oh my gosh, gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. I love I have to stop myself from creating because that's like all I want to do sometimes. Like, when I'm stressed or I'm by myself, I'm like, it's just such a, I don't know. I just love it.
Well, I watch all my people. At least one day a week, I'm on with somebody that's making something. So I joke all the time and say that I don't know anything about making stuff, but honestly, I spend a lot of my time watching this. So I know a little bit. And every once in a while, I'm like, maybe I want to try my hand at making something. And then I'm like, that seems like a lot of work.
But you could do it so easily. I know it. So these ones are I like this color here, the daisy.
That daisy is so, I can't believe that daisy sold out already.
That's awesome.
It is good. It's a great thing. I do have, I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger. And if you weren't on earlier, I'm going to show some sub pieces because this kit is sold out. But I'm going to do a comment sold tomorrow with these sub pieces. It may be easier for y'all to shop that way. Sometimes it's hard to shop just from links on this because it goes to YouTube and it goes to Facebook and it can get a little confusing. Tammy is asking what your wreath holder is made out of.
This is wood and there's two pieces to it. I'm trying to remember the name of these things up top. Remind me afterward and I will show it.
Okay.
A little bit better. And it was really easy for my husband to make. It's just two pieces of wood, some screws with these things that open and close so I can
got some kind of bracket.
Yes, and I have connectors on both sides. So I have like a wreath. I could put a wreath on the other side and this side. Sometimes it's fun. My teenage daughter and I will be making wreaths at the same time because she can be on the other side.
So how old is your daughter that's in your profile picture with you?
She's my youngest and she is 8.
Okay. She's precious.
That's my Charlie. She is so fun.
She looks like she may be a designer.
They're all designers. They're all so creative. It's awesome.
My oldest is very artistic. A couple of years during the COVID years. The COVID years were not the easiest for her. The being at home was harder for her than it was my other two teenagers. Mm-hmm. But she really threw herself into her art, and we redid her room. And I came home one day, and she had a massive mural stenciled out on her wall, and she was like, "Hey,
nice.
Would you be upset if I painted my wall?" And I looked at it, and I was like, I mean, if you understand, you have to live with it. So I'll have to post a picture. She did a whole wall that has it's crystals and mushrooms and real retro, but she's super talented when it comes to stuff like that. And she's very talented when it comes to fresh florals. She's worked with Rachel, our florist, off and on over the past couple of years.
Great.
What you're about to use right there is my absolute favorite product that we have at Trendy Tree right now.
Yes. I like this one too because it's like hard, but it's very flexible.
Yes. And I think the color just is perfect. It's so rich and vibrant. So really quickly, I'm going to give myself a little screen. I don't look quite as cute as Kasy because I have been packing y'all's boxes all day today. But we've got, I'm trying to find my screen. We've got the yellow daisies that are very similar to those oranges. And you're going to get some stuff in this kit that's got some yellow in it. So, and I'll show all that stuff tomorrow, everything we still have in stock. So we have this with the 3 stems. And then we also have this thicker, lighter daisy bush. Super cute. Kind of has a wildflower look to it. So we've got these two if you're just looking for a daisy.
I like
y'all already know I'm outside and throwing bushes down on the ground. But I also grabbed this small white daisy bush because I thought it was cute. And it has got the yellow butterflies on it that I also thought would be really pretty with some of what she has. It's super full. Lots of stuff on that one. All right, let me give you the screen back.
I like that they bend so like you can move them around. I'm going to add more greenery back in here.
I just love these colors. I guess everybody else did too.
Yeah. You know, I'm looking now at like my supply and I really don't have much orange. So apparently I need to get on there and
I don't know if maybe we just didn't go super deep in orange or if orange has just been really popular. Yeah. Usually yellow is just the color for summer. So
trends change, but I think that orange is good too for fall. So sometimes, like for example, I'll make a wreath that I know is going to be good for summer and fall. Yes. So maybe that's another reason too.
That's true. Nick did one last week that we did lots of black and white and then pops of red and orange. And I think when he finished it, I was like, okay, that's the perfect wreath to literally use anytime it's like a dead season.
Yep.
For people who use seasonal wreaths, like I know a lot of our people do Easter, they do St. Patrick's Day, they do Memorial Day, 4th of July, you know, different stuff like that. But then you have that dead time of it's not time to put this up, but it's too late for this.
Right.
And that's what I told him. I was like, this is the perfect wreath for literally, I need to take this down. Let me slap this back up there.
Let me see. I'm using the one that has forsythia in it, the yellow forsythia. And it has all these, like, it has this orange. And then this pink here.
That is going to be the peach blossom. So the peach blossom, and I still have it in stock. So let me find it really quick because this is kind of what I built the whole kit around.
These colors.
Yes. And that's what I typically do. I find something that has caught my eye. And I build the whole kit around whatever that thing is. And I know she has already cut hers apart, so I'll show it. Now, mine's not fluffed and pretty, but it's got some different shades of greenery in it. Then it's got some little twiggies, and everybody loves a twig. It's got the deep pink. I would say that's probably like a little daisy. This lighter peachy pink, maybe a poppy. And then it's got the peach blossom, the bright orange, which is really pretty, which sucks that all the orange stuff is gone because I literally built the whole kit around this. But it does have this yellow forsythia on that. And I was debating on going the yellow route with it, but I was like, our yellow stuff will be sold out, but our orange won't. Surprise. It did not go that way. So I think somebody is pulling up at my house. Maybe not. No, they kept going. They're just, I live on a gravel road and they're in a very white car. So they're going like, negative
Oh,
2 miles an hour.
growing up, I lived at the end of like a 7 mile straight up road, so you can see people coming for miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so if anybody was coming up, it was like, okay, who's
Like,
this?
who is this and why are they coming?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I am one of 3 houses on my road. It runs all the way through our town, but there's literally me, the house next door that my parents are renovating, so there's nobody in it, and then another family that's like mine with young kids and their in-laws. So that's all of us.
Yeah.
And we like it that way.
Well, now I used to live like that, but now I told myself I'd never live in a subdivision, and guess what? I'm in a subdivision.
You're in a
But
subdivision.
we're, we have plans of getting out of here, but right now it's perfect. Like we talked about, the kids are all here.
I was going to say your kids probably like it.
Yes, and we have a pool, a community pool, community workout area. We're really close to the school that they can walk to.
That is nice.
So it's where God has us right now. So it's
Our whole town is probably, I mean, we have lots of back roads and stuff, but the stretch of our town in town is probably about a mile.
Yeah.
My kids can walk to the school, walk to the ball field, walk to the gym. So we live in the country, but honestly, we can throw a rock and hit most everything.
Yeah, good. That's nice too.
It's nice. That's so pretty.
All right. I'm going to be adding a little bit more greenery once I get all of these flowers in.
Your bow looks great.
Oh, thanks. I got to fluff it up at the end here. For this stuff. Okay.
Carla says she almost always puts her bow on the left side. She's right-handed. She's asking if you're left-handed.
I am not, but it's weird. I don't typically put it on this side, but I know there's a lot of doors that are open up both ways. And so today I don't know. I put this bow on the right side. I did. I just did a little something different this time.
Tammy does not love the color yellow. You are one of the few people that I know that does not love the color yellow. Typically, people love yellow. I mean, it's fine. I think maybe I look at colors so much all day till I don't really even know that I see in color anymore. I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm looking for that yellow heather bush. But I don't know. I'm drawn to deeper, richer colors, I think, than yellow. So
it always changes for me. My kids always ask me, "What's your favorite color, Mom?" Because they know it changes. I don't know.
I truly, truly love black and white.
Yes.
I mean, that is my go-to. You can ask any designer that I work with. 9 times out of 10, I am going to go with at least one black and white ribbon.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. Especially for my my mesh wreath people. Just to kind of breaks it up a little bit. But if I had to pick a color, I think it's hot pink in true girly fashion.
Yeah.
I love hot pink.
I use a lot of pinks. I think out of all the colors I have more red and pink, and it's probably just because that's what I'm attracted to most.
Yes. I'm more of a red in the fall, winter.
Yeah.
And then that deep, rich, hot pink, like what I sent you, in the summer.
You know something that I notice? Like, I have customers that will bring me supplies that they like on a wreath, or for example, you sent this to me. I look at it and I'm always like, oh, I don't know if that will be quite enough. So I always have like extra supply just in case, but it actually is. It's enough. I don't need to use anything else.
I've had several people that I work with tell me that I sometimes put too much in the kit. that I send too much. So I'm working really hard on looking and thinking, okay, if they're going to do a grapevine, they're not going to
Yeah.
cover the whole thing. Typically, nobody is going to cover a whole grapevine unless you're doing the tulip wreath or whatever. But so then I have to be like, okay, so to keep my price point where it needs to be, there's no sense in me putting mess in there that people don't need.
Yep.
So I have had to really work on myself with that because I'm kind of like you. I'm like, oh, this is never going to be enough. Let me add this. Let me add this. And then the next thing you know, you've got an $80 kit. And and for our people who want to make it and resell it, that's not really feasible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on myself in that department too, because I've always said for me it was a Southern thing. You just need more and more and more, but maybe it's not a Southern thing.
Yeah, I tend to add, and I'm like, wait, stop. That's just my style.
But you want it to be full.
Yes.
Like you don't want it to look empty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone that purchases my wreaths, I think it's because they like a fuller wreath, because I don't do too many simple styles.
So shipping, what size box do you typically ship in? Because your wreaths are very full. Do you ship a lot?
Yes, I ship a ton. So I always want to put it in a little bit smaller and kind of get it a little squished. So I like to tell my customers, sometimes you just want to kind of press things out and fluff things up, because it's just better when there's not as much room in there. So for example, if this is an 18-inch, I think this would fit in a 20 by 20 by 4 or 20 by 20 by 6 box. But I also use 22 by 22. I use 24 by 20.
The same is kind of the same with supplies. Sometimes we'll get an email every once in a while that people are complaining because their things are squished into a box. Well, if we don't squish them into a box, then they move around in the box. And a lot more damage happens when those florals are moving around than when they're tight in there.
And then you just don't know how they're being shipped or what's on top of them. If something's heavy, it pushes it even more. So you'd rather it be nice and tight. Yeah.
Yes.
So
we also sell collectible ornaments, glass old world Christmas ornaments.
Yeah.
And the hardest is when somebody, like today, for instance, they had 12 frames, metal wreath frames, some rolls of ribbon, some rolls of mesh, and then like 6 or 7 of those tiny little glass ornaments that are so fragile.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, how am I ever going to get these ornaments shipped in this box with these metal frames and these rolls of ribbon bouncing around?
You have to get creative, huh?
Well, I just always go for a bigger overall box, and I put those ornaments inside a box by themselves.
Yeah.
That I just feel, and then all the ornaments have to be wrapped in bubble wrap. They're packed with packing peanuts. That just makes me feel there's just no way to pack the glass with all that. So, because we've even talked about fixing it on our website where you can't buy both at the same time without having them shipped separately.
Yeah, that's hard. I couldn't imagine sending glass.
A lot of people don't even know that we sell glass. We sell a lot of it on Amazon.
Do you have everything on Amazon that you
have we don't have everything on Amazon. We have gradually started adding mesh and forms are on there. Amazon is tricky to sell on, mainly because you have such a time constraint with when it has to be shipped.
Yep.
So that's a little difficult for us. We are, I think people assume that we're a very big production. We are not. There are only 3 of us that work full time at the warehouse.
Wow.
So, when you've got several hundred orders that have to go out, like the biggest time that it's an issue is around Christmas, where those, especially the week of Thanksgiving, those glass ornaments really shoot up right then, and we may have 300 or 400 glass ornament orders that have to go out, and then our regular orders on top of that. So it's a little tricky with Amazon.
Right. I have used everything that you sent me.
So, it looks beautiful.
Let me show you guys a little closer. If I can get it off of here, because it is so tight. Okay, here we go. Is there a way to turn it?
I don't, are you on a phone?
Yes.
You
that might be difficult.
Should be able to turn it just like your regular camera, but I don't know.
Let me test it here. I don't see it. More? No. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna. It's gonna be awkward. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's like hard too because it's
she
like
just wants y'all to look at her in the camera. It is so pretty though.
Thank you.
I'm sad that it's sold out. I mean, I'm happy that it's sold out already because that's a great thing.
Yes.
But
man, that's difficult because it's like opposite of what you think.
It is. It is. I have a really hard time when I'm using StreamYard because of that very thing. I'm like, I'm trying to show this to y'all, but I can't find the camera. Sorry.
I'll show you guys this though. She wanted to see. It's just
yes.
of wood here.
And then it's just got the hinge on the top.
Hinge. That's the word I was looking for.
Hinge. Got it.
Hey.
Look at all. I am so impressed by your florals and that they're so orderly.
I have to have it like that. My house is not like that, but my craft room is.
Well, it just looks beautiful on, like, it's a great photo op.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever just need to post something, you can literally just go in there and snap a picture of that and be like, there y'all go.
Yep, for sure.
We don't have anywhere like that at our whole warehouse.
Well, they say, like, flowers make you happy, even if they're not, like, real. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a wall where I can see them, helps me be organized, and it just looks good. So
we redid our office recently, and I bought the baskets to hang so we could bring some of our stuff in and all that kind of stuff. But of course, we got it painted and got everything put back in there, and then we were so behind with everything else that we've not gone any farther. So I can't wait to get that done so my office walls can look like your office walls.
Yeah, I'll come over.
Yeah. Come and fix my stuff. Come and hang my baskets and put my flowers in order.
Just don't ask me to do the dishes. I can't do that.
Baby, I hadn't done dishes in years. Somebody asked me the other day when the last time I cooked was Thanksgiving.
Does your husband cook?
My husband cooks every meal we eat. My husband cooks. He loves to cook. That's his gift. He wants to feed the world.
That's awesome.
Like, that's his thing. So I let it be his thing because it's not my thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Let me put myself back on here if I can figure out how. All right. So Kasy is done. She has done another beautiful job. Next time I'm on with her, I'm gonna have to make myself look a little more presentable.
No, Stop.
Just look behind me. It's pretty back there.
She worked her butt off for everybody to get their orders out. Like,
I only look like this.
I didn't look like this like 20 minutes before the video. So y'all know.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I have been slinging boxes today. Carrie and David are in Orlando at the Mastermind. They're with Damon and Parker and Tammy, and I think Melly Mel's there, and just Julie Samako, and a ton of people that y'all are all familiar with. So they're just out there in Orlando living their best life. And we're just at home slinging boxes and slinging orders. Susie says she doesn't cook either. I'm so proud I'm not the only girl here that doesn't cook. But my mom didn't cook either. My dad also, his gift is feeding people. I truly believe for some people that's what they can give.
Yeah. Well, cooking is an art as well. Like, my husband says, you don't have to put the plate like that. Like, it doesn't have to look like that. And I'm like,
There
Like,
are just certain things, like my husband wants them done a certain way. Now, I
yeah,
will say this, my children clean. If I also don't clean.
that's amazing.
There's that. I
I
don't
will
do
trade your
laundry.
child.
I don't clean, I don't do laundry. I couldn't tell you the last time I picked up a broom or washed a load or folded a load of clothes. Um,
Amazing.
my teenagers kind of run the house and keep it in order.
That is great.
The teenage boys, the extra boys that are here, and my teenage son, they keep everything picked up in the yard. My husband loves to mow. Um, I don't
What a blessing.
I don't really have to do a lo- I I mean, I had all these babies.
Exactly.
It's my gift to the world. So,
Good job.
no, really, my I work a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I get up, I go to work. The emails never stop. And we take a lot of pride in our customer service. And that's just me. So I'm the only customer service person at Trendy Tree. So so I may be up answering an email at midnight. But anyway, that's
You're
fine.
doing amazing. Good
I
job.
just look a hot mess today, but it's okay.
No, you
So
don't.
I will talk to you tomorrow about getting you another kit out,
Sounds good.
preferably one that's not sold out when you do it this time.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the rest of y'all, thank y'all for joining us, and thank you for all your feedback on everything. And y'all have an absolutely fabulous evening. And I'm gonna hop on with y'all for a short comment sold tomorrow with these add-on products so you can make this wreath for yourself. Y'all have a great day and see y'all later. Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.